So I had another realization while I was just thinking, because I start planning out how I'm about to break down all this stuff, because I'm about to start my business, and then I'm gonna start my kind of in a blog slash inspirational thing, and then I'm also gonna start my little music thing. Like, I'm gonna start a lot of stuff, and I was just thinking, like, see, I lost my train of thought. Okay, as above, so below. Like I said in my other video, and how the girl said that her spirit told her how her spirit told her how how it is down here, it is up there. But it's like, yeah, we've been knew that as above, so below. But it just makes more sense to me because I'm more accepting of my spiritual side. So I'm like, damn, that really makes even more sense. And then I was just thinking, like, how all these loops are and the cycles, and I already talked about the loops and cycles before. And then how I also took in mind, in order for one cycle to break, another one has to be created so that one can be broken. And then I was thinking of that cycle of, like I said, with the original cycle, which is the where the white guilt is rooted and all that. That's the original cycle. Then so for the white people, their cycle is the guilt of what they did. And then I feel like our cycle is the ignorance and being knowingly ignorant. Like, we should have listened. We should have paid attention to the signs and ignore them. Being quote unquote gullible. That's our cycle, and it shows because we are knowingly ignorant to stuff. So yeah, I was just thinking about that because I feel like that's the main cycle, but that's the 3D version of the cycle more so, with the ignorance and the guilt. You know what I mean? And that's crazy because ignorance and guilt literally go hand in hand. Like, this cycle could be broken that easily. Ignorance and guilt. Become you only gain guilt from being ignorant, but in order to get the guilt, you have to be ignorant. Like, damn, that's the fucking cycle. And now that we understand it, well, I understand it, and now I'm being verbal about it, it's like, why the fuck ain't we doing that? Like, I'm trying to break this shit, which is why I'm starting my businesses, and I'm starting them with me, because how this is going to work is, when I start the garden, that's the natural thing. That's the first level, being the organicness of it. And then after that, that's when it's going to, like, literally and theoretically spread out. You know what I mean? It's going to grow. And by me doing that, I'm going to profit off of it. Since I understand it, I'm going to benefit off of it instead of trying to manipulate it, which is why I want to have a natural garden. And then when you actually look, let me put you onto some game real quick. When you actually look into gardening, that shit is easy as fuck. Like, the only reason why it seems hard is because we're watching these white people do it in their videos, and they're using all these, they're being too dependent on the system. They're too dependent on the cycle. You know what I mean? And that's why we're still stuck in it. They're stuck in their own cycle. But since we're on the white man's land, we're automatically within their cycle. So it's like, how are you going to, like I keep saying, how are you going to break the cycle? By going to the, like how people say, you are my oppressor. Why are you seeking a confirmation from your oppressor? You know what I mean? And now I understand what people mean when they say stuff like that. Like, I always thought, oh, it's so mean, it's so rude. But it's like, no, it's the straight up truth. Like, it makes a lot of sense. I understand what it means. So yeah, back to the cycles and what I was saying. Not even the cycles, but what I'm doing. Yeah, being like, how this is how I broke it down more so when I was thinking of my business and all that. Because I was thinking, I could literally, why would I go to school and college and all this and learn all this information that I don't need to do one specific thing? Like, you got to take it in mind. When, at least for a lot of people, at least for me, if I was going to go to college, I want to just know for business. I only want to go to college for business so I can know how to legally start a business and not and not go into debt. That's all I would really want to know, because I understand all the rest of the concepts of it, because it's you learn it. You learn from just living. So it's like that's some common sense we already picked up on. So then you take in mind like, well, why am I about to pay thousands of hundreds of dollars to find out what I want to know times a trillion? Like, why am I paying to be confused? Why am I paying to be stressed out? You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to definitely self-educate. I already know what I need to know. And by me simply thinking like that, boom, I already have 3 businesses I'm not only starting, but broke down and just have to take action on. You know what I mean? By understanding the cycle and breaking it down, you can benefit off of it. That's why, like, I'm literally just repeating myself. I'm repeating the exact same stuff I'm saying in the damn near previous videos almost. It's just more broken down. I don't know. Y'all should really use your brains. Like, what's really wrong with overthinking? Nothing. Because whenever you overthink, you find out the truth, though. Like, I don't understand. So, you thought somebody was being fake or weird. Come to find out they was being fake or weird. But when you first confronted them on being fake and weird, they probably told you, you're tripping, you're overthinking, you're dragging it out. Ask yourself, are you really, though? Like, are you really, though? Start thinking for yourself and action. Stop asking other people. Look, like I'm saying, why are you seeking confirmation from your oppressor? Ooh, goes deeper. Think deeper into that from your childhood. Why are you seeking why are you seeking confirmation from your oppressor? Why are you still not doing what you want to do? Why are you still, just ask yourself why. It just always goes deeper, literally. And when you ask why, you literally find everything. Because the moment you actually ask why and you ask yourself why, you can't lie to yourself, because it's yourself. You know what I mean? You can always, when somebody else is lying, you always know, but you can never truly know. So stop asking other motherfuckers for shit and start searching for it in yourself. When you find it in yourself first, that's when you are able to properly go out and do what the fuck you supposed to do or gotta do or need to genuinely do. Literally.